NIMA for 1 week.
For sure.
The reason why we are here is because the money that I entered NIMA just for the election building was never in NIMA before. People brought money here because they want to give you money to vote. When there was no election, the people were not bringing money here. The people have taken the central bank and brought a NIMA country to divide our people. We are here to let you people know that some of us do not believe in money. And you know that.
Exactly.
Some of us do not believe in power politics. You know that.
Yes. Exactly.
If I wanted to do power politics, I would not criticize Joseph Boakai. I would say, oh, we're from local country. No, we're not local country. Liberal should be for everybody. We need to be very careful. People bringing money to give it to you, you eat the money. So I'm on my way to Sakepe. I'm in what place? Sanekole. I'm on my way to Sanekole. For now, I'll be going to Kample. From Kample, I'll be going to Logwato. Then Yekepa.
We know all of your schedule is not wrong.
I want to be very careful. No fighting. No fighting. My only number I came to campaign for is number 3. I'm going to be in NIMA country for 1 week. The reason why we are here is because the money that I entered NIMA country just for the election building was never in NIMA country before. People brought money here because they want to give you money to vote. When there was no election, the people were not bringing money here. The people have taken the central bank and brought a NIMA country to divide our people. We are here to let you people know that some of us do not believe in money. And you know that.
Exactly.
Some of us do not believe in power politics. You know that.
Exactly.
If I wanted to do power politics, I would not criticize Joseph Boakai. I would say, oh, we're from local country. No, we're not local country. Liberal should be for everybody. We need to be very careful. People bringing money to give it to you, you eat the money. So I'm on my way to Sakepe. I'm in what place? Sanekole. I'm on my way to Sanekole. For now, I'll be going to Kample. From Kample, I'll be going to Logwato. Then Yekepa.
We know all of your schedule is not wrong.
I want to be very careful. No fighting. No fighting. My only number I came to campaign for is number 3. No fighting. Please respect your friend when you want to vote for your candidate. Please respect your friend when you want to vote for your candidate. No fighting.
The respect.
No fighting. This election will not be used to divide NIMA country. No.
Exactly.
We came here because we are here to let you people know that the campaign will run to bring the government to power. The only time the government coming here with money is because of the election. We got to be careful. We got to be careful. We got to be careful. The money you never see before, you coming to see it now. I'm not saying don't eat your country money.
Exactly.
Eat your country money. Our number is number 3. Eat your country money and vote for number 3. When your friend running here on the campaign, don't fight. When your friend running here on the campaign, don't fight. We are all friends, right? We will not make an election to bring problem between us. People want to bring problem, we will not be part of the problem. Get somewhere, convince the people why you want for the people to vote for number 3, right? If you convince the people to vote for number 3, no fighting. Anybody that do fighting, you're not be peaceful. You're not be peaceful because when the election finish, we will still be on the mobile fee and be right mobile, right? So we have to behave good and behave ourselves. Remember again, the money you never see before, that the money coming here. So we got to be very careful. The job we get a representative, you have to wait. We get says their job. Why we want to be senator? Because of 9 years, we want the job to increase to go eat corruption money.
Yes.
So we have to be very, very careful. People brought money here because they want to give you money to vote. When there was no election, the people are not bringing money here. The people have taken the central bank and brought a Nima country to divide our people. We are here to let you people know that some of us do not believe in money. You know that.
Exactly.
Some of us do not believe in power politics. You know that.
Yes.
Exactly.
If I wanted to do power politics, I would not criticize Joseph Boakai. I would say, oh, we're from local country. No, we're not local country. Liberal. Liberal should be for everybody. We need to be very careful. People bringing money to give it to you eat the money. So I'm on my way to Sakepe. I mean, what the place? Sanekole. I'm on my way to Sanekole. For now, I'll be going to Kample. From Kample, I'll be going to Logwato. Then Yekepa.
Yekepa. We know all of your schedule is not wrong.
I want you to be very careful. No fighting. No fighting. My only number I came to campaign for is number 3. No fighting. Please respect your friend when you want to vote for your Please respect your friend when you want to vote for your No fighting.
The respect.
No fighting. This election will not be used to divide Nima Kate. No.
Exactly.
We came here because we are here to let you people know that the campaign will run to bring the government to power. The only time the government coming here with money is because of the election. We got to be careful. We got to be careful. We got to be careful. The money you never see before, you coming to see it now.
Yes, sure.
I'm not saying don't eat your country money.
Exactly.
Eat your country money. Our number is number 3. Number 3. Eat your country money and vote for number 3. When your friend running here on the campaign, don't fight. When your friend running here on the campaign, don't fight. We are all friends, right?
Yes.
We might not make an election to bring problem between us. Yes. People want to bring problem, we might not be part of the problem.
Exactly.
Get somewhere, convince the people why you want for the people to vote for number 3, right?
Yes.
If you convince the people to vote for number 3, no fighting.
Yes.
Anybody that do fighting, be the Masana Pala. You're not be peaceful.
Yes.
You're not be peaceful because when the election finish, we'll still be on the Molobai fee and be right Molobai, right?
Yes.
Exactly.
So we have to behave good and behave ourselves. Remember again, the money you never see before, that the money coming here. So we got to be very careful. The job we get a representative, you have to wait. We get says their job. Why we want to be senator? Because of 9 years, we want the job to increase to go eat corruption money.
Yes.
So we have to be very, very careful. No fighting. Run your campaign. Convince your friend. I want you to start because anyway you want to go me all the way to you.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to Cool FM and Cool TV. We are right here in Benstown, Marshall, Magibi County, where citizens are protesting against Chinese nationals for blasting, and this issue of blasting has lasted for some years, where citizens continue to call for justice. They have petitioned the Labrador legislature to come to the aid concerning this blasting process by Chinese national. But there have been no solution. This blasting process is still going on.
We need real justice. Environmental justice.
And this issue is destroying their houses. According to them, their water here is not safe because of this blasting.
We need real justice. We need real justice. Environmental justice.
They are unbending in this fight.
Drinking water. People trying every day.
A continuous protest by these people as the Chinese national
We need real justice.
remain stubborn
We want
with this blasting. That's the same way. As you can see, workers of the Chinese manor are there making fool of these people, passing in the trucks, making fool of these people who are protesting against this blasting. As this protest continues by the people of Benstown,
we want real justice. Environmental justice.
what's your view on this entire process? Because they have tried
We need real justice. We want
their best. They have done everything humanly possible to see how best they can put to an end this entire blasting process. Well, it just proves that the government of Liberia is not actually in their interest, because with the years they have carried on this protest and no solution. People houses damaging on daily occasion as a result of this blasting. I visited the site last year. The entire community of Maiden Dara house got damaged because of this blasting. When this blasting process takes place, the entire ground can vibrate. The house can start to damage from the foundation level. And houses are breaking down every time because the foundation is no longer guaranteed. If you look on majority of the houses, you'll find a split because of this blasting. But the Chinese are not even worried about this blasting and other Liberians. It is through this blasting they are also getting their daily needs. So as their fellow Liberians cry for justice, they themselves can join these Chinese nationals to provoke these people.
We need real justice.
So, on some of the placards, you are saying that the poison from the blasting, the chemical they used to carry on this blasting, is killing their children, and they need justice.
This is a project, a peaceful protest. We fighting nobody, but we speak against Sunday while burying our woman and children. So we gotta do the people will. I'm not getting nobody. We're not fighting nobody, but gradually we need what? Justice. We need justice. We need environmental justice. We need peace now over and over again. People that are suffering from high blood pressure. How they boom, 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 boom. We need something to be done. So the prayer people say, we want justice. We want justice. No more justice. The prayer people say, we want justice. The prayer people say, we want justice. No safe water. We want justice. No good school. No more justice. No hospital. We want justice. We want justice.
While this is going on,
no more blasting.
these Chinese nationals are not also taking into consideration their social corporate responsibility. They are not ensuring that the road is properly safe, not making sure that the pipe-bomb water is in the community. They are not even building a school for children in Benstown, but damaging the houses through this blasting process, doing it while people living around here so this is a serious problem for this man. Help these people seek justice. This blasting process, as I said from the earlier stage, have gone for some years. These people kept protesting, calling on the government of Liberia, petitioning the national legislature. But the actual cause of the continuous blasting remain unknown. Why is it that the government of Liberia is not coming to the aid of these people remain unknown. Government of Liberia petitioning.
Fellow citizens, I choose peace over conflict. I choose the Constitution over chaos. I chose democracy over division. And in doing so, we prove to the world that CDC is not just a political party. We are a disciplined movement of patriots and peace lovers. But what have we seen since then? We have seen a systematic erosion of democracy, executive overreach, and open disregard for our Constitution, lawlessness in the legislature, with the presidency turning a blind eye, even when the sacred halls of our democracy go up in flames.
Amen. What?
Security forces brutalizing peaceful citizens,
Yes.
while millions are being spent on so-called operations that offer no protection to ordinary Liberians. They said we were the problem, but now the Liberian people can see for themselves. The real problem is the unity party that is now in power. My fellow partisans, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the time has come to speak the truth without fear. This government is failing and Liberia is paying the price. For seditions, let us not lose hope. Let us not lose hope. Even the longest night must give way to daylight. Even the strongest storm must pass. We are still standing and we are still strong. We will not give up on Liberia. We will not give up on our people. And we will never give up on CDC. We are the party of the slums and the city. We are the voice of the voice.
And today's Monday. We say welcome and good afternoon, good morning, good evening to all of you out there. And you listen to the full coverage of that video that is out now. You know, let me say thanks for joining me on today. Don't forget, good afternoon, good morning, good evening. Many thanks to all of you on today. And don't forget, the geometry of the whole must be kept high on the agenda because it involves the majority. And those that come with equity, they must come with clean hands. On today, I am your humble servant. I'm NATHANIEL B. VAH Senior. Just call me the ambassador or GNBV official on the spectacular edition of the program. I'm here today with T. Nicholas Barkley. A lot of goods in store for us on today. And many thanks to all of you following us. You can follow us on YouTube, on Cool Channel 2 YouTube. You can also follow us live on Facebook. Go to Cool at such handle, and you'll be live with us on today. You also listen to us on www.knewsonline.com. You can also follow us up on 91.9 in Liberia. And today is another spectacular event where we hope to delve into the issues of actuality and reality and the law. What does the law says about appointed officials of government mailing or getting involved or partaking into campaign activities in Liberia, and what has the office of the ombudsman said about this? You know, I tried over the weekend to get to consider Finley Kanga. Yeah, it's been difficult for me, but we can't wait. We have to go ahead. And I know Councillor Kanga is aware of this matter. Remember, Councillor Kanga was expected to meet with those officials of government that committed themselves to ethical governance, and because of that, it was questioned. The office of the ombudsman levied of fines against several high-ranking officials. That was back then on the 5th of April. And those names are up, and we are seeing in actuality those names or more of them getting involved in the politicking. What does the law says about this issue here? When you are in the government, especially the code of conduct, what does it say? Are we flagrantly violating the Constitution? Are we willfully? Are we vehemently going about to disregard the laws of our land and just moving ahead? Remember, the code of conduct is the cornerstone of Liberia efforts to foster neutrality and professionalism within the civil service, specifically prohibits appointed officials from participating in public activities during their tenure unless they have formally resigned or been granted an official leave of absence. So we're going to look at this matter. It's up to you. You are the judge out there, and we're going to bring it out to your table, and you can look at that. Remember also, Liberia was faced with the issue having about 2,000 plus pre-trial detainees, 2,116, that is 2,167 to be precise, detainees, pre-trial detainees languishing in prison as a record of 2024. But over the past days, the government was able to release 117 of those folks. Were they actually those ones to be released? But those are questions we'll talk about on this afternoon, on today. Remember, today is the 14th of April. On today, in Africa, on the 14th, several notable events have occurred. One significant event is the birth of Pastor Sikano Tony in 1904, a church moderator and a pastor who significantly imparted a Dutch Reformed church into Africa called the DRCA, the Draka. Another event happened in 1946, Africa Mines Workers Strike. Additional in 1914, 1990 marked a pivotal moment in South Africa history. Born in Hebron, Pretoria, Tony played a crucial role in shaping the Druka, and is remembered to be the positive leadership of a good human relations. In 1946, the Africa Mines Work Strike, this strike, a significant event in South Africa history, demonstrates the activism and resistance against oppression during that era. In 1990, April 14, this day is associated with pivotal event in South Africa history, although a specific event is not detailed in providing results upon. And still on today, Nelson Mandela appeals for calm after the assassination of a Communist Party chief, Chris Hani. Following the assassination of the former Secretary General of the South African Communist Party and Chief Commander Makhoto Wisasi, MK, the arm wing of the African National Congress ANC, serious tension emerged as South Africa expressed their anguish over this loss. The assassination occurred outside Honey's house in the Dome Park, the Bookburr, on the 10th of April in 1993. Honey couldn't escape the scene as the murder was carefully orchestrated by Janusz Wallops, an anti-communist Polish immigrant who was later sentenced after confessing to the murder. Honey died instantaneously after he was shot. On the 14th of April, former President Nelson Mandela made a television appeal for a peaceful day of mourning, urging South Africans to come together. However, the assassin Janusz Wallops was arrested within hours of the murder. Honey's assassination rekindled unrest with violence that erupted and claimed more than 70 lives in history. Today, the United Nations Committee on Apartheid urged the boycott of all South Africa racist sporting organizations. The United Nations Special Committee on Apartheid urged a boycott of all South African racist sporting organizations and supported the African Bloc proposal to exclude the country from both the Munich Olympics and the Olympic movement itself. Subsequently, on the 15th of May 1970, the International Olympic Committee, the IOC, extended South Africa's ban. This resulted in the country's exclusion in the tragic 1972 Olympic Games in Munich, Germany, where 11 Israeli Olympians were murdered by the 8 Palestinian terrorists which entered into Olympic Village. South Africa has its third democratic elections on the 14th of April in 2004. A total number of 20.6 million people were registered to vote, making it 2 million more than 1999 elections. Approximately 76% of the registered voters voted and led a leading party, the African National Congress. The National Congress, the ANC, received 67.7% of the votes. In 2004 elections also marked a democratic decade of democracy in South Africa. The first democratic elections has taken place exactly a decade earlier. The election was increased in voter abstention, and there were significant registrations and election boycott during that year. Today, the 14th of April. Today, Lesotho Deputy Prime Minister Sulumasi Baholo is shot dead by a dissident soldier during an apparent kidnapping attack. They also seized 4 cabinet members and Sakhin Mukhaheld Muyani Mulenaki Pakalita Mosisili and Kellyborn Mao Pier in the mutiny over a planned government probe into the army. Parliament, whose members probably fear their own safety, adjourned immediately. The Lesotho's President Mohali appeals for South African interventions and requests is turned down. Despite South Africa's refusal of military assistance, South African Defense Force, the SADF, is asked to contact its Lesotho counterpart to also keep the situation calm for fear of military coup of imposition of sanctions on the tiny kingdom of the international community. And also on today, Nelson Mandela admits that members of the ANC had tortured dissident guerrillas. Both says the officials involved has been punished and any further torture has been banned for TRC report on the ANC on their human rights violations today on the 14th of April. Today the 14th, Democratic Front, the UDF, activist and former detainees Chris Nituli was stabbed to death into the Kwak Mashu into Durban. The incident believed to be a political murder happened on his return from supporting an Inanda police station in compliance with restrictions orders. Reference Coleman M, a crime against humanity, analyzing the repression of the apartheid state. Johannesburg Human Rights Committee also reported on that. Today, the most Reverend Desmond Tutu Desmond Mapiro Tutu was elected Bishop of the Cape Town, thereby becoming Archbishop of the South Africa, heading the Anglican Church of the South Africa. He was installed at the St. George Cathedral, Cape Town in September 1986. This charismatic but humble spiritual leader was the first black person to hold this office. He occupied the position until 1996. He retired at the church, He retired to chair the Truth and Reconciliation Commission of South Africa. And today, the Minister of Social Development of the Republic of South Africa, since 17th of June 1999, Dr. Zula Sidney Timber, who was born into Seymour Towns. Siwaya is the former Minister of Public Service and Administration. He has worked tirelessly to eradicate corruption by members of his department who was enriching themselves with social grants meant meant for the poor children in South Africa. Under his leadership, nearly 10 million South Africans were receiving state grants. Skiwaya is also credited with the creation of the South African Social Security Agency, a body to oversee the smooth running of social grants in order to avoid discrepancies that could make it possible for the system to be abused. And before we leave you today on Africa History's funding, member of the Progressive Federal Party, PFP, Collins Wells Eklund, was born today in Seaport South, that is Cape Town. During his political career, Eklund was instrumental into the merger of Progressive Federal Party, Independent Party, and National Democratic Movement to form the Democratic Party (DP) on the 8th April in 1989 as opposition to the National Party, the MP, into Parliament. And today also as one of the rooted process of Bambata Rebellion. The Bambata Rebellion can be traced to the sustained pressure by the colonial authority on traditional society in order to force indigenous people into European controlled labor market. Discontent was welling up among many of the black people into the Natl, particularly with regards to the allocation of land for sugar plantation and the heavy tax burden that the colonial government has posed on the black into the Natl. After King Dinizulu was disposed by the Natl government, traditional means or ways of life into the Zulu people came into renewed pressure as the colonial administration continued with its policy of subjecting pre-colonial social structure as the colonial power purpose. The policy was also known into power at the time. But Bambata was born in 1865 into the Mapanza Valley. He was chief of the Amalodi, who occupied areas of the Mavoti, New Hanover, the Amgini, to the Lions of River Magistrates upon. Today, good afternoon, good morning, thanks for joining us. It's good to follow Africa and follow development coming up today. Today is the 14th of April and the year still stands at 2025. Today, I am your humble servant. I am Nathaniel, and we'll take a short break and please listen to this thing here. And remember, the ombudsman, after several courts, the office of the ombudsman, covered by its chairman, Councillor Philip Kanga. Philip Kanga, councillor, announced penalty following a comprehensive investigations into allegations of authorized political engagement during official working hours and the misuse of government resources, particularly vehicles. Since then, the likes of Labour Minister Councillor Kupo Kra, Liberia Petroleum Refining Company (PRC) Managing Director Amos Twe, who is the Secretary General of the Unity Party, the board chair of NPA, James Tape, and the likes of Lucia Masali Yale, Emmanuel Zor Jr., Anthony Cornelius Kratopa, Warwick Bryant, Emmanuel K. Farr, Ambassador Sheikh Al Mustafa Kuyate, Ben Fofana, Patience Randall, Edmond Ford, Selena P. Mape, Melvin Sifas, Lucia Tape, Robert Bestman, James Yole, Colin Stamba, Councillor B. Councillor Kukuwa Double were all, among other things, among the numbers. And they were asked to appear on the 9th of April. And this was a measure to show a whole toe that the issue of violating the code of conduct shouldn't just be a childless thing, but should be a one that if violated, there should be consequence. And you know, look at chapter 5 of the code of conduct. Now, today, as I speak to you, some of these statements are being made evidence. We see the letters of Amos 12, and he will call names. And newly on the list, Mo Ali, LWSC Boss. You remember to mention the names of Robert Bestman, Superintendent Warwick Bryant, and several other persons who names are found among the names. Liberia, let us be serious. What is a spade? Let it be a spade. And we are not here to run a biggie boss state or a state of mockery where people are questioned upon happenings, but when it comes to a certain position, we should downplay those very questions or questions. Liberia deserves to have a superb government, a government that will be realistic in following the laws of this land. And as much as possible, we have been empowered ever more than ever. We won't relent on this thing. We saw this in the last government. Government officials in position till today's day, some of them have lost their positions, especially those who are in internal positions and were formed into campaign activities. The code of conduct called for a strict mandate to those, even in the election laws. If you are in positions and you want to canvass for some other so special to you, resign your post. Or if for any reason you are willing to forfeit this position, then go ahead. And since this issue was raised by Councillor Finlay Kanga, the chair of the office of the Ombudsman, Liberia, asking, and if all of these government officials were granted absentees or were granted the aspect to be absent from job, how did they arrive at those places? And we are even now in that report. I will play you a video where the vice president of this country, Honorable Jeremiah Kpankun, vehemently, rigorously into a campaign into Nima County. He's the sitting vice president. And among those in his gathering yesterday and today is right, this is good for you. And you are the judge. He said that this president, Joseph Human Boakai, authorized the participation of these officers in a campaign while they are on. Are we running government where when there are political activities, we use government resources? Because the people cannot say to Liberian that they use their own money to go there. They are in positions. Should they be there in the first place? Listen to him. Imagine a stout of government who we depending on to make that sector viable.
He's running. When there was no election, the people were not bringing money here. The people have taken a central bank and brought a Nima County to divert our people. We are here to let you people know that some of us do not believe in money. And you know that.
Exactly.
Some of us do not believe in trial politics. You know that.
Yes. Exactly.
If I wanted to do trial politics, I would not criticize Joseph Walker. I would say, oh, we're from local country. No, we're not local country. Liberal. Liberal should be for everybody. We need to be very careful. People bring him to Sacré-Pied. I mean, what the place is? Then Yekepa.
We know all of your schedule right now.
I want to be very careful. No fighting. No fighting. My only number I came to campaign for is number 3. Because we are country money and vote for number 3. When your friend running here on the campaign, don't fight. When your friend running here on the campaign, don't fight. We are all friends, right? Yes. We will not make an election to bring problem between us. Yes. People want to bring problem, we will not be part of the problem. Get somewhere, convince the people why you want for the people to vote for number 3, right? Yes. If you convince the people to vote for number 3, no fighting. Yes. Anybody that do fighting, you're not be peaceful. Yes. You're not be peaceful because when the election finish, we will still be on the mobile fee and be right mobile, right? Yes. Exactly. So we have to behave good and behave ourselves. Remember again, the money you never see before, that the money coming here. So we got to be very careful. The job we got a representative, you're not doing. We got says their job. Why we want to be senator? Because of 9 years.
We are the protectors of the poor and the defender of their dreams. From New Cruton to Pinsville, from Buchanan to Bond Mines, from Sunny Quarter to Sastown, the CDC remained in the hearts of the people. This rally is a clear sign. We are reorganizing. We are preparing. We are coming back.
That's a message. That was the message. That is a message. Coming back.
I say to you, we are coming back.
That's a message.
That's a message.
Thank you. Thank you. But in order to do that, we must build a strong, together we must fortify the one institution that can correct the failure of the Buaka administration. And that institution is the Natl Coalition for Democratic Change. This is why I call on all of you today, not just to believe, but to act. And that has invested in you. Let us pay our due so that the party remains